What's going on, guys? My name is Nick, also known as TetraNinja, and I got a guest with me today. Why don't you introduce yourself?
What is up, guys? My name is B3ndroiii.
That's like I don't know, it cracks me up every time you have to say the I. But anyways, I brought Bendro on this video, on this show today because I kind of wanted to talk to someone about Halo Reach. I kind of have mixed feelings about this game as of right now, coming from a long-term Halo fan. But Bendro is probably the only long-term Halo fan that I know of right now who absolutely loves this game. So we'll start off with some positives. Bendro will start with some positives. I'll do some positives, and then we'll talk about stuff that we think should be addressed. So why don't you get us started off?
Okay, first of all, the thing I love probably the most about the game is that it is absolutely beautiful. I don't know if you have tried to go back to Halo 3 and look at it, but I mean, they just blew me out of the water design-wise and the way the game looks. And the other really big thing that really made me love this game is the hit detection. Now, some people are still complaining about it, saying that it might be a little bit too generous, but coming from a longtime Halo fan, it seems like in Reach, if you don't have the best internet connection, let's say, you're not as affected by it. Because like in Halo 3, if you couldn't connect to the host very well, you would have a hard time hitting shots. And you'd have to lead your shots a lot. And, you know, that was kind of part of Halo 3. But overall, I mean, the game is just brilliant. I love it.
Yeah.
So what do you think about it?
I have to agree with like the graphics and everything, like reflection. I know you guys said this on your YAGB podcast, but reflection is like orgasmic for the eyes, especially like the wood paneling and everything. And yeah, hit detection, I agree with you completely. It's like 1,000 times better in comparison to Halo 3. I don't know if you remember, like Halo 3 rockets were like hit or miss depending on host. You like blast the guy like point blank range, and he just kind of like shrugged it off and like melee you or something like that. So yeah, they improved that. So I like on those points I like completely agree with you. And that's pretty much what I like about this game. We'll go on to what you don't like about this game, and then I'll give you my thoughts.
Okay, the things that I don't like about the game are actually already going to be fixed in Bungie's first update coming out in October. So that just gives you an idea of how amazing their community manager is, or the way they react to the community's complaints and stuff like that. I'm a huge SWAT player. I love SWAT, man. Like, I could live just playing SWAT. And that wasn't in, when the game first came out. So they're putting that in. You know, there's a couple things that people would camp and stuff like that and in certain levels, and they're taking care of that. Have you gotten a chance to play the MLG maps yet? The MLG maps and variants?
Not yet, because I'm having issues. Well, I play at different times than everyone else, and I don't want to play those without a team because it gets pretty redundant, I think. So I just manually stay with just regular Slayer as of right now. Right.
Well, the MLG is just like a downloadable thing, so you have to play customs, but what they do with that is just brilliant. For those of you that haven't played it or haven't heard about it, what they did is they took out all the armor abilities, and on the maps there's a total of 3 that you can pick up, 1 on each side and then 1 in the middle, and it varies depending on the map and the game type, what's out there. There's no sprint. So like, and what they did, they actually increased your running speed, so it's like 120%, and they also increased the jumping. I don't know, it just feels a lot like Halo 3. I think that's what they're trying to do with it, and it's amazing. So
yeah, like I agree with you. Like I have a video on my Dropbox right now that I sent to Machinima, and it was basically a bitch video. And I think a lot of the stuff I might have to redo it depending on when it gets posted. But a lot of my issues revolve around armor abilities, because armor lock is in my opinion, armor lock's like the painkiller of this game. It's so retarded. Why should you be rewarded if the guy has the one up on you? And I was like playing a game the other day, and I ran into 2 guys, and all they did was they alternated going into armor lock every single time, and then the 3rd guy comes behind me and kills me, and it was just so frustrating the entire game. I couldn't deal with it.
I mean, one of the worst things about it is probably when you have a collection of a couple guys having armor lock and then a couple guys flying. And it depends on the map, but Boardwalk is always the worst, because like I'd have a guy, he has no shields, 1 shot, and I'm just waiting for him to come out of armor lock. And and then one of his flying queer buddies comes out of nowhere and decides to take me out. So I mean, it really depends on the map, and it depends on like I've said before, it's the community that really ruins games, and uses the exploits and pisses people off and stuff like that. So I wouldn't necessarily say that it's the game's fault. I just think it's more the people that play it.
Yeah, the concept is it makes sense. Like the concept, like you said, it's just the community. But I think Halo especially has always been doing whatever you have to do. I don't know. You probably played Halo 2 neutral bomb on midship, and it's just about if you score it, then the natural thing would do is just like throw into that corner where no one can get it again, and then just
Right.
the rest of the match. But back then, it was kind of like an accepted thing to do, kind of. I don't know. But
Yeah, like if the other team scored, you had to kind of protect that spot. It was just like, something that kind of played into the game. I don't know. But that was back in Halo 2, and I really didn't have that big of a problem with it, to be honest with me.
yeah. Well, also, like, I know, especially since you like SWAT, yeah, you probably know this, but my big issue is it's more noticeable in SWAT because you die, like, almost instantly. But the respawns on all our maps, especially, like, Powerhouse, like this game right here, and the Cage, they're, like, horrendous. You have, like, three guys respawn right behind you, and then you're just like, what the fuck, basically.
Yeah, and SWAT is one of those game types where you can't really have map control. Um, but now I'm starting to learn the areas in the map where you kind of have to stay before, the spawns flip. Or I think the worst one in Powerhouse is, let's say you're on the top of break room, which is the room where the grenade launcher is.
Yeah, and they respawn the fucking rocks behind you.
Yeah, exactly. It's terrible, man.
So
It is
terrible.
like, I could be going on a tear, then all of a sudden three guys spawn directly behind me, and it's just it's really frustrating. And that's one of the spawns I still don't understand. Like, I don't know how far back you have to be. I don't understand like where your teammates have to be for them to get that spawn, but it sucks. And there's a couple of them.
The
I haven't
ramp,
been.
the ramp on
Oh,
Powerhouse, and the guys respawn like right behind you at the very back of the map. That's another one. Just another one I'm having issues with.
right.
The
Yep.
ramp heading towards the hammer, basically. So yeah, I don't know. Fix the respawns. I just fix the respawns, and I keep saying this, but I don't think anyone agrees with me so far that they have to do something with the DMR. I know I've talked to you about this, and no one, like I said, no one seems to agree with me, but I think that I'm like perfectly fine with keeping the recoil in, but I would rather they drop it back down to a 4-shot rather than a 5-shot. It makes the game more action packed and kind of flows better in my opinion.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I'm kind of on and off about that. Halo's always been a slower game than, let's say, Call of Duty, and I adapted to that because I played Halo way before I even knew what Call of Duty was. So I'm just kind of used to it, so I don't have that problem. But it does seem like it does take quite a few more shots to kill people, like more time, I should say, not shots. But
Like,
just,
yeah, like I agree with like the whole rhythm thing, but to me the game I think would just be a lot better if you just got rid of either or. I don't agree with getting rid of both, but choosing between the two, I don't know. That's just my opinion so far.
yeah. But one of the best things about Bloom is that, or the Bloom on the DMR, is that it takes away from people trying to use a modded controller, let's say. And if you took that out altogether and it stayed 5 shots, you'd have all kinds of people using modded controllers like they do in, World at War with the M1A1 or anything like that. So I just think that, I would have to say that they'd keep the bloom in, and maybe some point down the line, certain game types, it's 4-shot. Like, let's say MLG, if they move it down to a 4-shot, I wouldn't have a problem with it.
Yeah, I agree. But yeah, that's just my issues so far with the game. Otherwise, like I was playing. I've been sick all weekend. I was playing. I took the day off school today, and I was playing all day today, and I was actually having fun because I was kind of slowly getting it, especially with the whole DMR thing. But yeah,
Right.
but with the playlist update, I think Bungie's usually really good with all that stuff, so I have like no issues and I have complete faith that everything's gonna be sorted out at the very end, and we'll be playing into the night as per usual.
Yep,
Up until
I love the
Powerhouse.
game. Have you played any other game like Call of Duty or anything like that since Reach came out?
No, no. So yeah, Uh,
Yeah, me either.
yeah, I'm not. Modern Warfare 2 is not coming off the shelf until, well, ever. I'm actually thinking of trading it in, depending, because I have like a stockpile of videos that I can post up until Black Ops comes out, so no issues there.
Yep.
So, but you're not posting any more videos otherwise until Black Ops either, right?
Modern Warfare 2, no, no,
Yeah.
no. I have some on my hard drive, but it's just like I've seen so many, I've heard so many. I can't. I really like giving people tips or like little ideas to kind of make their game better. Most of the time, and I have nothing else to say about that game, man.
Yeah.
Like I really don't mind playing it, but my attention span and my, if anything BS happens to me in that game, like it's off immediately.
Yeah, it's like I like having troubles thinking up commentaries. My Dropbox empty right now for Machinima and Modern Warfare 2 just because I have nothing else to say basically. And yeah, so the game ended a while ago. Final score I forget, it was like a plus 14 game or something. I can't see the scoreboard anymore. Oh, and that reminds me, the reason we're not using Bendro's footage is because he goofed up on his game collection. He thought he was recording videos and saving them, but he apparently wasn't. So he didn't have any games, so we just decided to throw this one up. So yeah, it was nice having you on. I would like talking to people about video game stuff, and I really didn't want to put a video up. It was like me bitching the entire time, and it was nice having like a two-sided conversation with someone. So yeah, that's Benjo for you. I. His link to his channel is in the description, so please check him out. He'll be posting a lot of videos, Reach and Black Ops related. And he's my butt buddy online. We're usually online with each other. And I guess I'll let you sign off. Hello?